final video for 2019, and man, am I glad that this is over. 2019 was not my favorite year, but so many things to be thankful for, one of which is YouTube and my collection and learning all the time. I really was moved by some of the videos that I've watched over the last week or so, Blue Jacket, 66, Baseball Collector, and some of the others that are just thankful for the community. You know, it's hilarious that I have 344 subscribers or whatever it is, but hopefully I'll keep improving. But I wanted to share a story with everyone and then show some cards. First, PSA is so much harder than they once were. I think they know people are watching. But I received a bulk, a little under 200 cards back, of which it was a catastrophe. So I'll show some of them. You know, I always have one or two cards that save the day, but definitely getting harder. But I met a woman about 2 weeks ago. Now, I know your mind is already doing that, but don't go there. And my dad used to tell me all the time, he was a World War II veteran, he would tell me, hey, you know, suck it up, you don't have it that tough. You know, I was in the military at 17 fighting. So it didn't really work, but I understood what he was saying. But as I've gotten older, there is always someone that's suffering more or dealing with hardship. And I met this gal who had melanoma, and I've had it as well. And every time she has a facial reconstructive surgery, 2 more tumors come back and they have to do it. And so she's on her 3rd reconstructive facial surgery. And I was just blown away by her courage and her ability just to think the best and hope the best, and how terrifying that must be to live with that kind of a prospect, that they just can't stop it. It just, no matter what happens, it just keeps coming back. So I tell you that to encourage you that you don't have it the worst, most likely. You can do it, you can get through it, and I'm so glad 2019's gone. And here's to 2020, and here are some good, the bad, and the ugly cards. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching the channel. Enjoy the cards.
All right, let's look at some slabs, shall we? All right, let's start with something good to start this out here. The 2019 Topps Chrome, Mike Trout sitting in the dugout. This is the short print PSA 10. Unbelievably, I received a 10 on a Chrome card. I think, hold the record for non-10s on Chrome. Yeah, so I figure why not? We'll just do another. So that was, you know, those are going for a good chunk, so I'll sell one for sure, but there you go. And these are in no particular order. I kind of messed them up a little bit. Eloy Jimenez, I'm always amazed that people think that he got had a bad first year, but these Heritage are a lot harder than I thought they would be. And so you'll see some really bad grades are coming up. These are all pack pulled, unless I said those 2 Trouts were not pack pulled, they were bought. This is the 30th anniversary Chrome Eloy Jimenez. This is an 8. So that kind of blew my mind a little bit. I thought the centering was good, and so when I miss things, it's surfaced somewhere, somehow. But the real lesson, I think, of this particular submission is just how difficult 2019 Stadium Club was. I just did horrible. So anyway, this was a pack pulled bat. This is a 9. It's not horrible, obviously, but you really have to have a 10 if you're going to resell it for anything. So there you go. And then, not really sure why I graded this. I felt it was perfect and did come back a 10, but Scott Kingery will be lucky to have a job, I think, this year. Well, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And then I've kind of decided moving forward after this not to send too many Chrome cards anymore, because I obviously miss stuff, and you can't do that. So there's the Walker Buehler update, and you have to have a 10. I mean, I looked at the Soto. I think it's probably like 90% 10s or something like that. So here's a perfect example. The Topps Chrome and Juan Soto and a 9. It's a beautiful card though. This order is indicative of just how tough PSA is getting now. I've left a comment on a few channels, and they're clearly no people are watching. It's too coincidental that things have changed so much. Prices keep going up, and yeah, so grading is here to stay. I mean, it's amazing. Just in the last 2 years, prices have gone up over 25%, I think, roughly for bulk orders. So here's the Ronald Acuna and a 9. They're pretty cards though. But gotta have a 10 in those babies, particularly the chrome. This is kind of a 9 show and worse, for sure. But there's the Acuna. I love the Warp Speed Stadium Club, but I think I got 2 10s, and I submitted a ton of Stadium Club because I really liked the cards this year, but I did not do well. Did not do well. So much so, those were both pack pulled, and this is pack pulled, and that's an 8. So that hurt a lot. That'll be a personal collection card. And here is one I did get a 10 on. Those were actually case hits, I think, in the Stadium Club, or 1 per hobby box. So that was a good hit to get a 10 there. They're beautiful cards. And then Mike O just showed one of these off, or I think 2 of these off, and he had 10s too, so it's good that that must mean there's a lot of them out there. That's the 84 Topps Baseball 2019 Chrome deal. And I'm pretty sure I bought this card. I can't remember, but that turns out to be a 9. That's the beautiful Trout Beam Team card. Can you imagine how good he's going to be this year with Rendon hitting in lineup? I mean, if you thought he was good last year, look out. With Ohtani and Rendon, I mean, it is going to be something else. So there's another. This is the 9 parade for the Trout. Honestly, believe if it's PSA sees a short print or a Trout card, it gets extra scrutiny. And too bad for me. But I love those Warp Speed cards so much. So you're getting the theme of the Stadium Club. Every time there's a Stadium Club card, it's not a 10. Very few instances anywhere. That's the ice. That was pulled too, pack pulled as a 9. Let's go move into some, I don't know where I put those, but there's some fun ones. Oh, here they are. We'll do these next. So I learned from this batch, don't try to buy raw 71 cards. I actually thought these were in pretty good shape. So there's the 4 of the great Reggie Jackson. I kind of have a sneaky collection of him, but not real good. And then I tried it. Every card I think has nice centering on the 54. I do grade it. Now look how beautiful that card is, and that's a 4. I mean, the surface was good, color was good, no creases or wrinkles or anything like that. So definitely getting tough to grade cards. Here's Johnny Lipton. There's a Lipon or whatever, 6. Beautiful card, I think. Man, just beautiful. Here's one that I thought was, I just sometimes get a wild hair and submit things that I shouldn't, but I think grading costs are going to continue to go up every year. And so when in doubt, grade them. So there's the Future Star Rainbow Foil Juan Moncada. Nice card. Here's I hope he's as good as people think he is. This is the 150th anniversary of Kyle Tucker. Paper. PSA 10. I'm really happy to get those PSA 10s on the paper. I think they're a lot tougher than chrome, but actually mine turned out to be pretty much about the same. This one hurt me because I collect it, and I really don't want to buy the freaking Francisco Lindor 10, but Yeah, I love those cards. And man, is that guy a 5-tool player if you've ever seen one. Just great. That's the 2017 insert that I like so much. And here's, I'll have to hold this one. This is the guy that can't hit a curveball, and the whole world has figured it out. So I'd be selling him big time. I have a feeling that they really had a signal for him that fastball was coming because he can't hit anything else. So there's the 9 there. And this is the top prospects 10. That's a tough, those Bowman Platinum are tough grades. I don't know if anybody's ever tried it before. But they're tough grades for sure. So I was happy to get that one. And then another Yordan Alvarez. This is the 10 in the Prospects Chrome. So not too bad. And now back to some of the failures of the Stadium Club. This is a short print of Justin Verlander. From the box to the soft, penny sleeve to the grading. And boom, 9. This kills me. Great picture of him though. And then this one was an amazing pull, very similar to Topps Chrome Update and some of the others. It's very hard to pull numbers, numbered or parallels out of any box this year because I think they printed so many of them. This is the Stadium Club Beam Team Black Jeter. And of course, it's at a 99, but it's going to come back a 9 because that's just the way it has to be, right? It's a pretty card though. And then these were pretty easy. I looked at the pop reports, but I guess they all come back this way. So that's the Devers 10. And I like it because it's one of those, the Alex Bregman has the trophy and the rookie card on the same card, which I like a lot. And so Devers could be sneaky good. He kind of gets overshadowed by the power hitters, pure power hitters like Acuna. But there's a second one. Just a beautiful card. And then a third. So I'm kind of shocked I got 3 10s. That's not really something that I do very successfully. And then the guy that I still think that you should be trying to collect as much of because he's 20, and the scouts were so high on this guy and still are. I would definitely collect him. He's down a little bit, but 20 years old and the kind of power that he exhibited in the home run derby. There's the Allen Ginter. That was pack pulled pretty light. Nice break there. Great looking card. Great looking card. And then the PSA 10 Sepia Refractor. And then the pink refractor, the PSA 10. Pretty dang sweet. I submitted a whole bunch of 2019 holidays. I can't wait till they come back. That was just such a stinking fun set. It was ridiculous. Here's the Rafael Devers rookie card. That's the National Convention, PSA 10. So I did really well on the Devers. So that, there's a few victories here. Now back to some of the hard ones. This is the Tatis. So Bald Rhino gets the Chrome 9s better than anybody. Just don't understand it. What am I missing? So here's the Topps Heritage. Oh, that's such a pretty card. I don't know what is wrong with it. It might be just off center, just a tad top to bottom, but man. So that's a 9. And then the beautiful Topps Chrome 10. So we need to get one of those for sure. And this particular one killed me because it's it's kind of a tough pull, but it's rare, is the PSA 10 Platinum. But I didn't get it. It's a 9. Just so nice. I looked at it. There's no wrinkles. Look at that card. Mm-mm. I'd be worried about him a little bit. I'm gonna try to sell those soft tissue injuries. I don't know. He's a heck of a player, just heck of a talent. The Hall of Fame and the collectability is so key to stay healthy. Look what happened to Otani, you know, and his stuff is, you know, 50%, 60% off or more. But here's the Heritage Fernando Tatis Jr. Beautiful card in a 10, which is nice to have. And then another PSA 10. This is a beautiful card. So here's some Stadium Club paint, which makes me think you should just go out, if you want, is to go out and buy it. So this is pack pull. This is an 8. And then to really put some salt on the wounds, you get another 8 pack pulled. So both the Stadium Club rookies for Tatis were pack pulled 8s. And then a little luck. This is a tough. Actually, I thought this card, compared to the Stadium Club, I thought this card would be the 9, and this one turns out to be the 10. Topps Chrome Tatis. And then another PSA Gem Mint 10 in honor of Michael Gem Mint 10. That is sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. And then Silver Jackify's boy here. I get a kick out of his Glaber love. It's kind of similar to my Arenado love. By the way, if I sound a little melancholy, it is because, once again, I'm having to deal with all these trade rumors for Arenado. It's freaking, there's no medication that can make me better. But anyway, if he goes to the Rangers, jeez, I don't know what will happen to me. But there's Torres, and notice the Chrome 9. Chrome 9, that's Bald Rhino Station. Chrome 9s. Here's a Glaber, Bowman's Best. Rookie. Nice. And there's the Pink Refractor, pack pulled. Bango. Very nice. For sure. Then pack pulled 8. I love those cards so much, but damn. And then do have a rookie of the 98 Best Performers. Bowman's Best, PSA 10. That's a sweet looking card. I love that card. Not worth much, but. And then, you know, you always get a few victories. So here's one of the victories. I thought this would be a 6 or a 7, and I didn't want to go buy one, but I just wanted one in my collection. It comes back an 8, and I'm like, whoo, sweet. Black border. I'll take it. I'll take it. Can't beat that. And then here's a pack pulled beauty. Max Fried PSA Near Mint 8 Chrome. Now, you're not going to see that on YouTube very often. I take great pride in my unique channel. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. So I just got back from a Christmas Eve gig. And the joke that lit the place on fire, I probably shouldn't tell it, but I thought it was so funny I had to. So here's the Lindor. This was pack pulled too. Topps Chrome, Green Wave Refractor 10. So anyway, here's the joke. So when I was 16 years old, my dad barges into my bedroom and says, "Son, if you don't stop that, you're going to go blind." And you know what I told him? I said, "Dad, I'm over here." So that I thought was a pretty funny joke. Anyway, I've heard it before, but I thought I'd share it again. So there's, we're going to do some vintage here that I think you might like. 72. I did, the 72 saved the order, saved it. So there's a PSA 8. Some of these were bought, not slabbed, I'll tell you this. So this one was bought, PSA 8, Steve Garvey, who should be in the hall, but he may never make it. And here's Dave Concepcion. Beauty. And then someone who really didn't get the vote, I thought he would, Thurman Munson, and the PSA 8. Mickey Rivers. That's his rookie card. This is one of those instances where you can't find the stain to save your life. So, 6 stain. And here is Ted Williams' last card. That's a beauty there, huh? PSA 5. Gonna pause for a second so I can find the other 72s. All right, sorry for the delay there. This is the Vida Pinson. And again, the 72 saved it here. These cards were bought raw on eBay and finally came back. So this, I thought this had a real chance at a 10, but it didn't. But I have a beautiful surprise coming for everybody. So that one was, you know, and I didn't pay much for these cards. They're like single dollars. And then the grading fee, bulk grading fee. But there's Ron Bryant, PSA 9. Not an easy grade, for sure. And I always get a kick out of, you know, if it's a common, they're more apt to get a 9. But boy, they really scrutinize the good players, the superstars. Tug McGraw, 8. It's funny about his nickname. Oh, they don't have it. His first name's like George or something like that. But that's pretty. This one was a disappointment, but it is a very fair grade. It's just too tight on the bottom, but that's a PSA 9 OC Kurt Bavacqua, famous for blowing bubbles. And this, I mean, this card was $1 raw, I think, or $3 or something like that. But that's a a mint 9. Just a gorgeous card. Love it. Love, love, love. I love this 72 a lot. This is, again, I think I paid $3 for this card. This is Dick Dietz in a PSA 9. It's fun to have a little vintage on Christmas Eve, isn't it? Reggie Jackson in action. So glad I didn't get the OC. So, in there, mint 8. It's a beautiful card. Then Gene Michael in action. PSA 8. Kind of a bummer. I don't know what's wrong with that. I don't know. That's a pretty nice card. This one was a disappointment. Paid a little more than I should have. It needed to be a 9, but I just, man, you're not going to see centering quite that good on cards like that. That's just nice. Nice, nice, nice. Paul Splittorff. This was a card from my youth. I've actually bought another one like it. I just love the 3 Hall of Famers on one card. PSA 5. And there's Jerry Johnson in action, PSA 7. And didn't get the OC there, which I probably should have. So it's a good grade there. And then here's the card that saved the day, everybody. This is the first 10 I've ever pulled on. This was a card I bought for $3.16 or something like that. And I thought it had a chance, like many of the others, but the centering is near perfect, and it's nice because it has Rose and Bench and Foster in that picture. This is my first 10, 71. Reds team records on the back. So PSA didn't kill me off, and so. All right, one last card here before I call it a night here. For sure. I think that you just always should end with Arenado because he is the GOAT after all. So there's the green festive Nolan Arenado 2018 Topps Holiday. And what I love about this is it's a gem mint 10 and it's numbered to 99. So, best to all of you and your families, and I hope 2020 is an awesome year for you. Thanks for spending some time on the Bald Rhino Station. Take care.